Cheat code. What's up? I'm Fresco, but you already know that. And this is the Cheat Codes Podcast. Look, man, all that coughing and shit going around, we gonna talk about some real shit. Let's talk about rising tolls across America. The news is talking about the number of COVID deaths has surged to at least 32,000 in the country. That drumbeat to reopen the economy is landing a dull thud in regions still seeing their deadliest days. Take a look at some of these videos.
Tonight, the calls to reopen parts of the nation's economy are growing louder. Protesters at the Michigan State Capitol blasted the governor's strict stay-at-home order, which, among other things, even restricts interstate travel.
Putting all of these workers out of business it's a disaster.
President Trump is now suggesting some states might start reopening before May 1st.
We have beautiful pieces, beautiful states with capable governors. They know when it's time to open.
But in the Northeast, the crisis is far from over. COVID-19 took another 752 lives in New York State, and those are only the confirmed cases. Still, ICU admissions and intubations are down again.
We have the infection spread down to a manageable number. We've accomplished that.
To keep stopping that spread, today Governor Andrew Cuomo ordered all New Yorkers to wear face coverings in public if people can't maintain proper social distancing. The mayor here has just appointed a food czar and is setting aside $170 million for emergency meals over the next few months for those most in need. Today in Austin, Texas, hundreds of cars lined up for free meals at this food bank. This week, other states such as Louisiana and Florida have had their deadliest days. The husband of this nurse in Miami believes she died from coronavirus.
My wife would still be here right now if she was given the proper protective equipment.
It's so hard.
Michael Merritt is an ER nurse in New York whose patient died within an hour of getting to the hospital.
I FaceTimed the family while the man was dying so they could be with him.
He has this message for those who want the country to reopen.
I'm sorry for people that's suffering from unemployment, but I'm seeing so much pain and sadness and sickness every single day. I don't understand why they would even consider it. Not until we're in the clear.
Tonight, New York is sending unused ventilators to Michigan and Maryland, ammunition for the next battles in the ongoing war. Gabe Gutierrez, NBC News, New York.
I'm Blaine Alexander in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, where some residents are desperate for an order to stay at home.
They want to keep their family safe. They want to keep their community safe.
South Dakota is among only a handful of states with no statewide mandate to shelter in place, despite the fact that COVID-19 cases here have nearly tripled in just 1 week, more than half traced to this one plant, the Smithfield Foods pork processing facility. Governor Kristi Noem says a statewide order would not have stopped the virus because the plant is an essential business.
This plant is incredibly important to our food supply in this country.
A CDC team arrived today with more than 500 employees at the processing plant having tested positive.
You'd see very crowded departments, very crowded floors. You'd see narrow hallways, narrow staircases.
Now, the plant that supplies 5% of our nation's entire pork supply is closed indefinitely. And today, Smithfield announced 2 more closures, joining other companies taking similar measures.
How different is it going to look when we go to the grocery store 1 week, 2 weeks from now?
I think you're going to see the signs, that say, you can only buy 1 pack of pork chops today.
Smithfield says it's taking new precautions to prevent future COVID-19 cases, but officials fear without an order to stay at home, the virus will devastate this small town.
Without that order, some people just don't get it.
So my question is, where are the bodies? If 32,000 people have died in the country, somewhere in the country there should be a big stack of bodies stinking rotten, and somebody should have already videotaped it and put it on social media. There's nothing in the country that's private, so somebody would have already found it. Now that all the rumors of Walmarts have become in FEMA camps have disappeared, what is the true agenda? We now see a whole bunch of TikTok videos with nurses in empty hospitals, so what's the precaution for? Also, for those who see a biblical meaning behind this, is this a sound of a trumpet? Are we living in the last days? And if so, is this one of the last moments? Let me know what you think in the comment box, and as always, thank you for watching another episode of Cheat Codes. Cheat Code. Here go all the cheat codes. I'ma give them all the cheat codes.
go all the cheat codes.